Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Come on in the building. We out here on this fantastic voyage, just traveling the world to parts unknown. We have no clue where we might stop. Come on in the building. It's time to relax, sit back, and enjoy this ride. Last night we discussed the Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey rumors of divorce, infidelity, and today I did a little research on it. So I'm going to bring to you tonight what I found today. This is going to be a 3-part series: last night, tonight, and tomorrow night. Welcome to everybody coming into the building. I won't be able to speak to you individually, but I will be reading all of the comments at the end of my commentary that I can allow within my hour time span. So just come on in, relax. Myra, I see you in the building tonight. Please watch the chat for me. No, not so much comment, so it won't break up my commentary. I'd appreciate it. I don't have a long time. We're just here for a good time, okay? So we're going to further discuss tonight the information that I found today on Steve and Marjorie Harvey and their children. The presentation is not to bash a brother or sister in any way. It's just information that's out there on social media or news reviews. It's their lives and their problems, but we can discuss it publicly because it's out there in the news for anybody to discuss. So allow me to jump into my commentary, and I will be reading the chat towards the end. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I would appreciate it. Last night we had 10K out here on this ship when I logged off. 200 subscribers that subscribed to Chatting with Ms.V last night. I want to take the time out to thank you for coming over on this virtual cruise ship with us last night, hitting the like button, share, and subscribing. All 11,000 of you as of today that were out here on this ship. Everybody does not come into the chat. Everybody does not want to come into the chat. That does not mean people are not viewing. Thank you. Okay. Let me get on over here and talk about it for a minute. Again, thanks to everybody coming into the chat tonight. I see the hearts and the roses. I really appreciate you. The latest is a real-time Family Feud. That was one of his shows. And that seems to be what's going on with the Harveys at this point. A Family Feud. It appears that way anyway. There's some insane drama going on in the Harvey home. That's the best I can describe it. It's on the chopping block, $200 million. Okay? It's quite a bit of money for a man of his age and her age to try to spend in a lifetime. So they've done well, both of them. She's worth about $50 million on her own without his money. So kudos to them. He has 4 biological children, and they are now speaking out on social media platforms. There's a Nigerian businessman who identifies himself as a friend of Steve Harvey's, and he says this is all unfounded truth. And it's a fake story. Well, we'll just have to stick around and see. We don't know if it's real or we don't know if it's fake, but we can discuss it. Okay? So we don't know what the outcome will be, but the truth will surface sooner or later. There can't be this much idle gossip going on and not some truth to it. Again, let me speak to everyone coming into the chat. I appreciate you taking the time out to come over here with Chatting with Ms.V. We got a big virtual cruise ship that we bought a couple of weeks ago, so we got plenty of room. Come on in. We contained 10,000 out here on the water last night. When I logged off, it was 10,000K on the video. So, welcome. Come on in. So, we all know about the divorce rumors out here now. And the last update that I found on the Economic Times for the information that I bring it to you tonight was as of August 27th, 2023. So less than a month ago, because September the 27th is not even here yet. Amidst the flurry of events, Steve finds himself at the center of attention. Not necessarily good attention, but he's at the center of it. With a genuine and fabricated story circulating across all social media platforms. The departure of his social media manager also stirs up more controversy. Steve Harvey's name has taken a prominent place on Twitter as discussions are erupted over the apparent firing of his social media manager, saying he has failed to induce laughter. The unexpected negative tone has left followers perplexed. We all are perplexed. First of all, there was a big question mark last night when I saw it, and I had gone back to last Saturday, and I'm like, okay, this has to be a hoax. But more information is coming out daily. So, like I say, sooner or later, the truth will be told. And it has fueled a bunch of speculation. So Harvey took to the video to share his perspective on it and reveal the management change, expressing his disbelief over his tweets and his content. So this is a real quote from Steve Harvey himself. And let me read it to you. He says, "My whole brand is to be motivational. And I'ma turn around and say something like that. You don't know where these young people are at in their career." Word for word quote. Man, they could be coming up on anything. I'm all about positivity. I wouldn't have never done nothing like that. Quote, unquote, Steve Harvey. Rumors have begun to fly about his marriage to Marjorie Bridges, and the reports claim that Bridges was seeking a divorce due to an alleged extramarital affair involving two people, their chef and bodyguard. The chef cooked, the bodyguard protected Steve. Last night I thought that the chef and the bodyguard was the same person. But when you stop and think about it, how could he be out there on the road protecting Steve and in the kitchen cooking too? They're two different people. Steve rose to fame and began his career in the early 1980s as a stand-up comedian, and over the years, his popularity has soared. He has hosted popular shows, but has also become a household name throughout his life. Harvey has embraced different roles, including being a husband and a father. Marjorie Bridges has been an important part of Harvey's life, as the two exchanged vows in 2007. They appear to have shared a strong bond. Let's just sit back and see if they can weather this storm. Steve was born October 10th, 1964. So that means next month, on October the 10th, he will be 60 years old. He is now 59 years old. Marjorie Elaine Bridge. Hold on, she got a lot of names. I missed one. Marjorie Elaine Ridge Woods Harvey is the daughter of Doris Bridges. No father's name was mentioned. She has established herself as a designer, stylist, Instagram sensation, and is also renowned wife of a prominent presenter, Steve Harvey. Her zodiac sign, for those of you who are interested in the zodiac, she's a Libra. I'm not into the zodiac, so I have no clue what that means. That's for those of you who are. So following Margie and Steve's marriage, Steve formally adopted Morgan, Jason, and Lori. Those are her children who carry the Harvey name. So all three of her children carry his name. So 7 total are Harvey's children. By adoption, 3. So let me stop right here and get into the chat and greet you all and see what your comments are all about. Remember, I'm going to stop here, but we're going to come back and finish this live tomorrow night with more information about Steve and Marjorie Harvey. I have Cash App super stickers available. Also, Myra, would you drop my Cash App in the chat for me, please? I'd appreciate it. $ Vieta Brown. And now let me read some of your comments and see what you have to say. So Miss Jackie Johnson is in the building tonight, along with Myra, who is my moderator, and I appreciate you for coming in. What's up, Chi-Town low-end sister? How you doing tonight? Tajist is in the building. Thank y'all for all the hearts and the roses y'all have brought in tonight. Love your hat, Ms.V. I did this myself. I just took a plain old hat and I decided I was going to cock it to the side. It ain't come like that. I'm creative. I keep telling y'all that. Ms.V, you're going to call my name and say, hi. I am. Hi, Tajissi. How are you, dear? How's the weather? Hope you didn't get too hot today. Y'all, have you noticed that the weather is cooling up in the mornings? It's been 80s here in the morning. But Lord, we back into the hundreds, near 100 in the evening. And there's a storm out there also in the Atlantic. So in Mr. Gulf, thank the Lord, the storm's name is Lee. Y'all pay attention. Myra speaking to everyone coming into the chat tonight. I appreciate that. Christina71 is in the building. How you doing? You and Sandra McHenry, I appreciate y'all coming in. Hortensia, haven't seen you in a minute, but welcome back. Welcome. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate you. Welcome all new subscribers to Chatting with Ms.V. Thank you, Myra. And welcome the 200 that I picked up on the chat last night. Thank you. And for all 10,000 that were watching when I logged off, I certainly appreciate you coming into the chat. It's the biggest number I've had since I've been out here. Never had 10,000 people watching. But thank you. Sandra McHenry, good evening, everyone. Just checking in and showing some love. Still sleeping. My sister wore me out. I was glad to see her. It's been 2 years, but I'm listening. Thank you, Sandra. It's always on the replay. Always. Thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn made a chat tonight. Hey, what it do? Hey, Steve, how you doing? Thank you for all the hearts. I appreciate you. Sandra McHenry, yes, Ms. V, I seen that about Steve Harvey. It takes a fool to learn, but love nobody. And by the way, I also found out they do not have a prenup. Uh-oh, not good. He took her as his love of his life. He brought her kids into play. He adopted the kids. So everybody's going to get a part of earnings. And at 60 years old next month, it's going to be hard to get out there and make up $200,000 if that is awarded to her. It's not going to be easy. No, ma'am. Hey, Dokie Dokie, how you doing? Thank you for the roses, Dokie. I appreciate my little Carla's in the building tonight. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate you coming over. Um, hey, everyone, cooking but listening and watching. Thank you, Sting. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Sting, for putting the Cash App in. No problem. It was hailing today in my city. Okay, to just say, I forgot what city you told me that you were in. I know you're in Canada, but I don't remember what city in Canada. Sting say 200 million, Ms.V. Yeah, 200 million is a lot of money to try to recoup at 59/60 years old. It took him most of his life to even build that type of wealth, because when he started off, he had nothing. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. The people who put him into play and made him who he is, we will introduce them tomorrow night also. We'll get a little bit more in depth as we finalize this 3-part series on him. Tonight is more of information on the two of them and where they hail from and how they got together. We discussed last night, and who her ex was, and the tell-all book that the ex has out there. I did look up the book this morning, and I'm going to order the book off of Amazon. I think it was like $30 and read it. They say, the review said it's a very good read. It's not complicated to understand at all. So apparently he wrote a very good book. Anybody remember the name of the book? Something about snakes? Drop it in the chat. So if anybody wants to order it, they can. Because if I'm looking for it, I'm backing up, okay? So I'm not going to back up. I'm going forward, okay? Because you know Ms.V has to get Alberta. Okay. Never been there to just the, I told you I had been to Quebec and Montreal and Niagara Falls, which is just over the bridge from New York. One of the coldest places I've ever been in my life, where the one end of the fall had frozen solid. And the people there were saying it had never happened before. I'm trying to remember what year that would have been. It was Thanksgiving we were there. I came back in 2013. I want to say maybe about 2009 or 10, somewhere like that. Ooh, but it was so cold. The moisture from your lips would freeze your lips together. We had on masks, and it felt like ants were just all over our face, biting you. That's how cold. I don't choose to go in that type of climate anymore. Okay, let me see. Let me pull up my chat because it gets behind. Okay, Sandra says she had a long weekend, my dear, trying to show my baby sister some love over. Otherwise, I'm okay. Very good, very good. You know, if y'all are very close, 2 years is a long time not to be around each other. You know, we got Zoom and we got all these other type of apps we can use, but it's not like you can't feel, you can't touch. That's the thing. Yes. I found out the bodyguard introduced Margie to Steve. Oh, really, Evelyn? The bodyguard introduced Margie to Steve, and then Margie had an affair with the bodyguard. Ain't that nothing? So that sounds like a scam to me. Y'all think about this. If the bodyguard introduced Margie to Steve, he knew what Steve had and all about Steve. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense. She came in according to his own kids for the money. And we're going to talk about what the kids talking about tomorrow night also, because they've been making their presence known. Kimberly McNeil, hi, how are you doing this evening? To just to say it's known for gas and oil. In Alberta, You are right. When I worked at Amoco, we used to do shipments because we have pipelines underground that ran all the way across the United States into Canada. Yes, you are correct. I never knew until I started working there in the oil and gas refinery that there are so many pipes going underground that are traveling. That's why you don't see a lot of trucks on the road like you used to. It's underground pipes piping it into different places. Okay, let's see. I think Steve Harvey was a setup. It kind of looks like that to just it to me. You know, the more I read about it, the more I research about it, it sounds like he went in for the gusto, the final finale. This is it, because he had two wives, Marcy and Mary, before Marjorie. You like them M's, huh? Marcy, Mary, Marjorie? Yeah, he likes them M's. But she wasn't where he was in love. She went in for what she could get out of this. That's the way it appears to be to me. Okay. Evelyn says, exactly. All right. The name of the book is Snakes in the Garden. There it is. Thing just put it in there for you. If you want to go out and get you a copy, I saw it last night on Amazon and I read the reviews, like I said, and the reviews were awesome. And it's a bestseller. So he's supposed to be telling all in this book. And I mean, what he got to lose at this point, all he gonna do is make money either way it goes. So he might as well tell the truth. Okay. Kimberly McNeil said, that sounds about right. Dokie, I kind of believe the bodyguard and Marjorie played Steve to get that money. I'm with you, Dokie. That's what it sounds like to me. That they knew what he had, not the exact amount until she actually got in the picture. But the dumbest thing that he could have done is not do a prenup. You don't know, especially celebrity marriages. I mean, if they can last a decade, it's good because there's so much pressure on them people. And a lot of them come in with these blended families, and then you got two more people on the outside to deal with. So it's very hard for them to keep a marriage together. Chi-Town says, Ms. V, did you go back to read your comments? The end of the comments, Chi-Town, I did not. If somebody commented after, I read the comments after the live was over. But if somebody commented after I logged off, I didn't. I took my shower, I went to sleep because I have to get up at 4. Was there anything that I needed to know, Chi-Town, on the comments? Ms.V said, Kimberly said, Ms.V, M&M's. Yeah, he liked them M's. Think about it. The bodyguard knew his every move as well as Steve's finance. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Evelyn. He was closer to him than anybody, and probably the one he fired, the social media manager. Those two people knew a lot. But another thing is questionable to me is why would you fire if none of this is true? None of it. Let's just say everything that's out there is false, which we know that's highly unlikely. But if it is, why would you need to fire him? What did he do? He can't stop people from talking about it. It's public knowledge now. Once a content creator or a blogger or whoever puts it out there, it's public knowledge. Yeah. So why not talk about it? Everybody gonna make money off of it. He the only one gonna lose in this situation, for real. It's a no-win for him. He's got too many children involved, and he's got a what appears to be a gold-digging wife. Then you gotta pay those people off. They under contract. So if that contract wasn't over and you fired them, there may be some residual money left that you have to pay them. You got to pay a lawyer. You're going to have a hell of a lawyer too. Yeah. Because it's so gutter the way they both went in. They both were married people. So She's leaving her husband, but she's still married to him. And you're leaving your wife, and you're still married to her. And then there's some uncanny stuff that probably shouldn't happen either. Why take the son from the mother, Mary, if you know you leaving her with nothing? That's all she had. So you basically took everything from her. What goes around comes around. That wasn't cute. That should have never happened. Let's see. Hey Denise, how you doing? I said a lot of this in comments last night. Oh, okay, Shot Time. I'm sorry, I did not see it. If I didn't read it while I was on live, once I logged off, I logged off. Okay. Kimberly, now the bodyguard and Marjorie will live happily ever after with all his money. Probably not. They'll be happy for a little while, but money never solves real problems. That I know for a fact. It's going to only make you happy for a little while. Once you bought everything that you wanted, which 200 million can buy you a whole lot of stuff, a jet plane, mansions here and there, and a lot of stuff. Okay, but are you going to be happy with him once you have accomplished all of the things in life that you want? Probably not. That ain't love. That's lust. That's greed. That ain't no love in that. No, I can't see that happening. What this is thing say where you think he gold digger daughter got it from? Yeah, you know. Yeah, you got a point there, Sting. Apple don't fall far from the tree. Let's put it like that. Okay. Christina say, who's the author, Miss V? The ex-husband of Leeward, is that his name, y'all? Of Marjorie, who was in prison. Somebody dropped the author in. Sting, you know the author. I think his last name is Leeward. Okay. I put the names of the people to go listen to. Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about that also, Chi-Town. I don't know all of them. Like I said, I didn't see them. But thanks for reminding me of that because I want y'all to go over and watch Essie. Drop it in the chat again if you can, Chi-Town, because she has an upcoming interview with Mary Harvey, which was one of his wives. Okay? And I didn't see the other ones that if you can drop it in the chat, I'll read it out to them. But I do know that Essie is doing one on him. I don't know how many of y'all are subscribed to her, but if Chi-Town will put it in, I'll read it to you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Tim Townsend, that's it. Thank you, Sting, is the author. I appreciate that. Okay. Naturally, too. Good evening and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Hey, come on in, join in the conversation. We over here on a 3-part series. Last night we just kind of threw in with discussing different stuff. Chi-Town was really up to date on this Steve Harvey debacle. That's what we're going to call it out here on social media. We are not saying that it's true. We're not saying that it's not true. We just know it's a lot of stuff being said out here. And there are different content creators who are doing different commentary on it. But like Prince said last night, where there's smoke, there's fire. So some of it may not be true because you know how people add, subtract, multiply, and divide when it comes to drama. But the base of it, there has been some problems for him to fire his social media manager, for the rumor to be out there about the bodyguard and the chef. It's some hanky-panky been going on out there. No doubt about it. Hey, Lily, how you doing? How long have they been married? Doki, they married in 2008. However many years that is. Sting say Essie Berry. Yes, that's her name. That's the content creator who's going to be interviewing one of his ex-wives, whose name is Mary. And I think it was the 8th. I don't remember the time. It's going to be in the morning around the time I come on. 10:25, 10:30, something like that, on September the 8th. And I don't know if that's Eastern time. I don't know what time zone that is. Chi-Town say Essie Berry, Geneva's Closet, did an interview with Mary Harvey. Okay, there it is. Let's see what else y'all got going on. Okay, I appreciate that. Y'all, I can't stay on here too long tonight. I'm very, very tired. I didn't come on this morning because when I got to work, I didn't know I had to go on the computer and take a test, and it was due on Friday. Tomorrow is Thursday, so it was a 4-day weekend. So I was kind of like trying to fit everything in that didn't happen on Monday. So tomorrow I have to go in for the first class. I told y'all I was getting my CDLs. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm gonna drive me a big ass truck down the road. Y'all better get out of my way too, because I'm coming. I'm smoking, okay? Yeah, you know how them big trucks be moving. I'm finna drive me one. So the lady's supposed to have all my information together tomorrow after I leave off the bus. I'm gonna be on the sped bus for the rest of the week. Some lady monitor who was on that bus fell and she has back problems. So I'll probably be on there at least 2 to 3 more weeks, which is good because those kids are great on that bus. But I can't stay on here very long because I got to get some sleep tonight. Let's see. Chi-Town says she's already did the interview. She just reported it. Okay, Chi-Town, I appreciate that. And that's Essie Berry. Chi-Town just subbed to Geneva's. Okay, I'm gonna have to go over and check it out also. Those are new content creators to me, but obviously they've been out here for a while because Essie has something like 7,000, 7.7K or something like that. So she's been here for a little while. Tajista is laughing, talking about, oh no, don't hit cuckoo. Oh yeah, if he get in my way, I'm gonna run over him. The brand new car with the pillows in the seat and everything else. Okay. Sure is. Hey, Wanda Clayton, Wanda, you coming in and Ms.V is going out. So the replay is up there. It's not going to be very long. I can't stay very long with y'all tonight because I got lots to do and I got to be back up at 4 in the morning. But I appreciate y'all coming in. Chi-Town says, Sting, go look at the interview with Essie Berry and Geneva's Closet interview Mary. Okay? So y'all catch Essie Berry and Geneva's Closet, and I have to go over and check it out too. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that. And y'all all have a blessed night, and thank you for coming in. And we're gonna stay a little longer tomorrow night because tomorrow will be Thursday night. Oh, I don't know if they having choir rehearsal or not, but we'll figure that along the way. You know how my schedule is. It's all over the place. Don't worry about it. Just hit the subscribe button and you'll know when I come on. But I don't ever try to come on too late during the week because I do know people have to get up and go to work. And I like to interact with the people in the chat. So until tomorrow, y'all have a blessed night. Love you all. Thank you for coming in. And we'll do part 3 of the discussion. And y'all have more to talk about tomorrow night. If y'all find anything that I don't comment on, please feel free to put it in the chat. Much love to you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.